Well, good morning, crew, and happy Saturday. So for today, we got about 5 blocks going on. A 6-1 if we get to that end, and we can do a nice little flow of that workout. With that said, you want dumbbells, a kettlebell if you have it. That kettlebell is optional, and we can always do it without any weight whatsoever. So with that said, let's go ahead and talk about your first of 5 blocks. It's 60 seconds through, then we do everything on the 30, then everything on the 60. We start with that kettlebell Cassick squat, so you hold onto the kettlebell on just that one side. For that Cassick squat, you sit down low into it, and then you shift your hips to one side. Try to rotate that foot forward, plant that toe. Then we'll be shifting to the other side, lift and forward. If you're holding onto that kettlebell, halfway through we'll switch sides. No weight, don't worry about it. We then go into a pike push-up. Hips nice and high, core is tight. You get that forehead to the ground and drive it right back up, working a little bit more of those shoulders. Again, you can do that on the knee, just trying to keep those hips up as you're going down to tap that forehead. We then use our dumbbells for a plank row to stand. So what that looks like, we're in that plank position. We're gonna row on each side. Again, you can do this knees or toes. Take those feet forward, stand it up, right back down and repeat. Focusing on that nice tight core. Lastly, we got that bridge pullover. So you're down on the ground. You're gonna drive up through those heels as you lift that weight from overhead. Weight and hips meet that center, all the way back down. Remember, for this one, you want to feel it in the butt and back of the legs. So you're gonna focus on driving up and squeezing through the back of the legs. Maybe walk those feet out away from that body as needed. So let's give me that first block. It's about 10 minutes long. Again, we start everything on the minute, then the 30. Back to the minute. Crew, let's go ahead and get this ready. So we're gonna go on that Cassick squat. If you have that weight, you can go ahead and hold it onto the one side in 3, 2, and 1. So I'm gonna hold my weight. My feet go nice and wide. I sit down in my hips and then shift it to one side. Try and lift that toe up, take it down, shift to the other. Again, try and get nice and low as we do this. It's not a fast movement, it's just nice and loaded. We're gonna switch sides in 2, 1. Switching sides if you have that weight. Looking good, crew. Tight push-ups are in about 20 seconds. And then all the way over, then lift that toe down, all the way over. You can always just keep those toes on the ground too, and just work on that nice slow side to side. Crew, we go into that pike push-up in 3, 2, and 1. Pike push-up, those hips nice and sky high. Core is tight. Taking that forehead down, drive it right back up. Get those shoulder blades back, try and get that forehead, tap that ground. You can always go on the knees. Again, it's kind of like trying to tap that forehead to the ground. So we're feeling a little bit more in that shoulder. 30 down, 30 to go. Just 15. We have that plank to stand coming up next for that minute. In 3, 2, 1, plank row to stand. So you get in that plank position, core is nice and tight. Squeeze those butt cheeks, make sure those hips don't move. After you do a row on each side, stand it up, right back down, step, or hop back into that plank. Again, keeping that shoulder over that wrist. Find that flow. We're about 30 down, 30 to go. Last 15. Crew, we go into that bridge, pull over, and 3, 2, and 1. Take it to that bridge pullover. Remember that weight goes from overhead to meet those hips in the center. Right back down. We get that whole minute here. And then we go back to that start. 30 seconds each exercise. Looking good, crew. Opening up some hips and some shoulders as we go. Coming to the last 15. Then we're going to go into that Cassick squat. Here we go to that Cassick squat again. No weight if you don't have it. In 2 and 1. Sit in those hips as low as you can. Shift it over. And then switch sides. Again, it's an independent movement, nice and slow. We're going to switch sides with that weight. Looking good. We're going to go into those Pike push-ups. In 3, 2, and 1. Pike push-up. Hip side. Take it down. Driving it up. Again, quick 30 seconds here. Keeping those shoulder blades back. Here in 10, we go on that plank row to stand. 3, 2, 1. Plank low row to stand. We hit that low row on each side. Step or hop it up. And then right back down. Looking solid. 15. Let's erect that bridge pullover. In 2 and 1. Bridge pullover. Nice and flat back. Drive up and squeeze. Through. We can do this whole thing one more time. Starting with that Cassick squat. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it. Feet wide. Sit down into it. Shifting that side to side. And shoulder blades are back. Nice engaged core. Looking solid here. Ooh. I'm going to switch sides with that weight. After yesterday's band work, I'm actually feeling this quite nicely. Shift it all the way. Play with that foot. Here in 15, we're doing that Pike push-up on that whole minute. In 3, 2, and 1. Pike push-up. Getting that forehead down. Drive it right back up. Looking solid, crew. Come up, 30 down, 30 to go. Keeping those shoulders moving. Just about 15. We're going to go in that plank low row to stand. And 3, 2, 1. Plank low row to stand. Again, that core is tight. Control those weights on that way down. Then we stand it up, and we repeat. You're looking good here, crew. At the end of this minute, we go into that bridge pullover, and we get a nice little break. Let's keep that body trucking along. Ooh. Crew, we got that bridge pullover in 3, 2, and 1. Bridge pullover, that whole minute. Drive it up and squeeze. Control back down. Again, really focusing butt, back, and legs. Opening up those hips and shoulders. Looking solid here, crew. 30 seconds. Keep it moving. Kind of like a nice little warm up block / wake up. That coffee has kicked in for you. Here we got just 15. Taking that break in 3, 2, and 1. Taking that break. So let's talk about block number 2. It is also block number 4. So you need to know that. So we just have pretty much basic exercises here. We start with push-ups, regular push-ups, knees, toe, wall, any variation. We got prisoner squat next. So fingertips are by your earlobe. As you sit down in that squat, drive it up. Remember keeping that chest proud. That'll take us into our standing side crunch. We're gonna do elbow to knee, switching side to side for that 30, and then into that jump lunge or reverse lunge where you step or hop it back and forth. So again, everything's on the 30. We got 2 laps through. We're gonna start with those push-ups. Let's shake it out, get it ready. We got push-ups here in just as soon as I reset this timer. 3, 2, and 1. Let's get those push-ups. Again, core is nice and tight. We can be knees or toes. As we're going down to that ground, drive it back up. Still keeping that core engaged. We've got those prisoner squats in 3, 2, and 1. Send down those hips, drive it up for 30. And squeeze the glutes at that top. Just 15. We're going for those standing side crunches in 3, 2, and 1. Really squeeze that oblique as that elbow and knee come together. We're going to alternate sides as we go. Fingertips by those earlobes. In 15, we take it into those jump lunges. Then we repeat this whole thing again. We got jump lunge in 3, 2, and 1. Jump lunge, 30 seconds. Again, as that reminder, we always just do reverse lunges as needed. Looking solid, we got 15. So we go back to the top. Let's get those push-ups back in 3, 2, and 1. Push-ups. Core tight. Playing with that depth. Looking solid, 15. Let's get ready for those prisoner squats. In 3, 2, 1, prisoner squat. 30 seconds here. Then sit those hips down and back, into those heels. Keep those shoulders back, that chest open. Just 15. We've got that standing side crunch coming. In 3, 2, 1, standing side crunch. Again, altering those sides. Squeezing that oblique. Looking good here. The last couple seconds. Rotate that jump lunge in 3, 2, 1. Jump lunge. Again, 30 seconds here. And then we get that nice little break. Let's keep that body moving. $15. Looking solid, crew. We get that break in 3, 2, and 1. Catch that breath. Block 3. Everything on the minute, everything on the 30, everything on the minute. We start with those weights for a deadlift. Reverse grip, low row. Take it up. What that means, palm faces out as you go in that deadlift. Then you give me that row, squeezing that upper back, stand it up. We then hold onto those weights for bicep curls to shoulder presses. Control right back down. We're getting that option, palms face in for that neutral press and that hammer curl. Take it to the ground, leg raise, good hip raise. Lift legs up as high as you can. Lift those hips, control down and control down. As you go down, that low back should not pop off the ground. Option, have those knees bent for more of that heel tap to hip raise. And lastly, you can hold on to that weight if you want to for a power sit-up. Control, nice and slow, back down. And everything starts on that minute. There we go. Okay, let's get this ready with that dumbbell deadlift, reverse grip, low row. In 3, 2, and 1. Hinging back at those hips for the deadlift. Feel the butt back and legs. Drive up, squeeze that upper back. Stand it all the way up. This whole time, my palms face away from my body. So right now, they're facing you. Love it. Halfway through, again, we focus feeling this butt back legs and squeezing in that upper back. Solid, crew. 15. We go to that bicep curl to shoulder press in 3, 2, and 1. Curl up. I'm going to go nice and wide. Press up overhead. Control it back down. Remember, that control down just as important as that form. Option here again, keeping everything more neutral grip for that hammer curl to neutral shoulder press. 30 down, 30 to go. Looking solid. In about 15, we got that leg raise to hip raise. Let's get it ready in 3, 2, 1. Leg raise to hip raise. Again, finding that control on that way down. So keeping that core tight. Low back does not leave the ground when you lower those legs. Looking good, crew. $30 down, 30 to go. Even if you need it, keep those knees bent. Just 15. There we go, that power sit up. In 3, 2, 1, power sit up. That weight is optional. We've slowed it up. Nice and slow. Control it on down. Looking solid here, crew. Again, find that control on that way down. Really work that core, that option. Do more of a crunch if you can't quite get to that sit up. Looking solid. In about 20, we go back up to the top. We got 30 seconds of everything. Group, let's get it ready. Deadlift, reverse grip, low row in 3, 2, and 1. Deadlift, reverse grip, low row. So again, my palms face away from that body. I hinge back in that deadlift. Squeeze those shoulders up to that upright row. Control them down. Stand it all the way up to that stand. Stand it all the way up to that stand. I like it. Full extension is what I meant. Ooh. Looking good here, crew. Less than 30. We got about 15. We're going to take that bicep curl to shoulder press. In 3, 2, 1, curl up, open wide, press overhead, control it down, and control it down. Pretty sure I actually accidentally just did another straight minute. So you know what? We're gonna change it up. We're gonna do a minute of everything again. And our last round will be on 30. Whoops. Looking solid, crew. Again, that option. Palms can face in for that neutral hammer curl and that neutral shoulder press. Well, this we have a little mistake. We're gonna end with things quickly. Okay, crew, let's go for that minute. Leg raise into hip raise in 2 and 1. Leg raise into hip raise. Again, finding that control as we go, especially on that way down. Be careful how high you go. And control down. There we go. Looking solid, crew. You got about 30 seconds to go. Looking good. Let's work it just 15 to the power sit up. Crew, we got that power sit up in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go power sit up. Get slowly up. Control it on down. In that control down to really work that core. That option no weight at all. Or just holding on that chest. If those shoulders are getting a little fresh on you. Looking good, less than 30 to go. Last 15. When we take it out for real this time, everything is on that 30-second clock. So 2 minutes of work, starting with that deadlift, reverse grip, low row in 3, 2, and 1. Hinge it back, drive it on up, stand and squeeze. Looking solid, crew. We got about 15. Crew, we got that bicep curl into that overhead press in 2 and 1, just 30 seconds. Ooh. And we got just under, or I guess just over a minute, 2 exercises left. And then we get that nice little break. Looking solid. Let's get ready for that leg raise to hip raise in 3, 2, and 1. Leg raise to hip raise. Still squeezing that core, controlling that way down. $15. Crew, let's get ready for that power sit up. In 3, 2, and 1. Power sit up. Nice control down, keeping that core alive. Looking good. We got just 15 seconds. Keeping that body moving. Here's to hoping Instagram doesn't shut down. Crew, look at that nice little break. In 3, 2, and 1. Taking that break. Okay. Instagram currently is like shut down. So we go back into that second block we did. So again, everything on the 30 for 2 rounds. 30-second push-up, prison squat, standing side crunch, and jump lunges. So move those weights out of the way. If they're in it, let's shake it on out. We've done this before, so let's get ready to knock it out. Starting with those push-ups in 3, 2, and 1. Push-ups. Your knees or toes. Find that depth. Looking good. 15. Remember, we're not dropping the head or those hips. We're keeping a nice flat back. Get ready for those prison squats in 3, 2, and 1. Fingertips by those earlobes. Sit it on down, drive it on up. Can squeeze that booty at the top. Last 15. We got those standing side crunches coming up in 3, 2, and 1. Standing side crunch. Again, squeeze that oblique. Alternating sides. Looking solid, crew. At the end of this, we're going those jump lunges. Crew, let's get this ready. Jump lunge in 3, 2, and 1. Send into it, jump lunge. Love it, crew. We do this combo one more time, and then nice little break before that final round. Keep those legs going. We've got the final 30 of push-ups in 3, 2, and 1. Last 30 seconds. And those push-ups. Whew. Let's try our best. Challenge that body. Keeping it going. We got 15. Crew, we stand it up. Cruising squat in 3, 2, 1. Cruising squat. Sit down in those hips. Grab up and squeeze the top. Looking good, crew. We got 10 seconds to that standing side crunch. In 3, 2, 1. Standing side crunch. Again, squeeze that oblique as that knee and elbow come together. We got 15. Let's get ready for that jump lunge. Last 30. In 3, 2, and 1. Jump lunge. Here we go. Looking solid, crew. Again, give me that reverse lunge if the jump is too much. We only got 15. Last 10. Hang on to it, crew. In 3, 2, 1. Take that breather. Whew. Last round. Every exercise for 45 seconds, 2 laps through. We start with that walkout. So from that stand, walk those hands forward, hit that high plank, walk them on back, stand up and throw those arms up in the air. Your second exercise is going to be in that plank position for a shoulder tap. Core is tight, tapping those opposite shoulders. You're going to be on knees, we're going to be on forearms. Just make sure whatever is below the shoulder is stacked, meaning wrist and shoulder stacked, or wrist and elbow stacked. And we're not throwing those hips, butts tight. Lastly, we go in that scorpion bridge. This one, the weights are optional. What we're looking for is to drive up in those heels, then reach over that shoulder, all the way back down, switching sides. Again, 45 seconds, each exercise for 2 laps. Let's go ahead, get ready for that walkout in 3, 2, and 1. Let's walk it out, crew. Walk those hands forward, hit that high plank, core tight, walk it on back. Boom. Again, you can always have something a little higher out in front of you that you're walking on so you're not going all the way to the ground. But I always want you to feel like you hit that plank and squeeze that core. 15, so we get that plank shoulder tap. Crew, we got that plank shoulder tap in 3, 2, 1, plank shoulder tap. High plank position, tapping that opposite shoulder. Again, control that hand. You're not just throwing them. Shoulders over wrist for the hand that's on the ground. And separate those feet nice and wide if you need that better balance. We got about 15. Crew, let's flip it on our back. Scorpion bridge in 3, 2, and 1. Scorpion bridge. Those dumbbells are optional. If you use them, make sure you're in control. Looking solid, driving up through those heels. Here we got 10 seconds. And then we're going to go back to those walkouts for the final time. Here we go up to that walkout in 3, 2, and 1. Walk out 45 seconds. Hit that plank squeeze. Walk it on back. Whew. Hands in the air. We're looking solid for about 15. Looking good, looking good. We go on that plank shoulder tap in 3, 2, 1. Plank shoulder tap. Still squeezing that core. Looking good past that halfway mark. Again, keep those hips square. They're not tossing around. Crew, we got that dumbbell scorpion bridge in 3, 2, 1. And last 45. Let's keep that body moving. Again, that dumbbell is optional. Looking good, crew. Coming up to the last 15. Give me what you got. We got just 3, 2, and 1. Take that breather. And crew, that's what you got for today.